I'm Walter Fender.
Michelle DePisa.
I'm Stephanie Finocchio.
Susan Morgan.
Matt Sullivan. Jay Rosenfeld.
Besides yoga, I bartend at a few music venues at House of Blues, where I've been for, like 5 years now, and Sinclair.
I originally trained as a massage therapist about 14 years ago, which I did for a while until I had kids, and career tends to slip. But I didn't really want to go back into massage.
I'm a cook. I work in the kitchen right now, and I do about 8 hours a day, and then I go home and I usually take a nap, and then I practice music.
I work as paraprofessional with special needs young adults, kind of like going from high school, getting ready for the real world, so to speak.
I retired from my full-time job, which was a reading specialist in public schools on Cape Cod.
I am a specialist in rehabilitation and pain medicine.
I started yoga when I was in high school, and it was going into my senior year of high school, and just like having a lot of anxiety and stress about what was going to come next and transitioning into school.
Well, in my late teen years, I started having all these anxiety attacks and all these stresses in my life, and I was trying to figure out ways to relieve that.
Thought, everyone's going to be looking at me, everyone's going to be judging me, and because I'm next to the teacher. And then I said, that's really self-centered. No one's looking at you. They're here to do yoga. They're not looking at you.
Walked into the studio, and that was my first experience, and I loved it. The music, the relaxing component at the beginning and the ending, and then working up a sweat. All of it's really responded well to me in my mind. I thought that was the biggest piece, like, wow, this feels good.
Yeah. There's so many facets to yoga. This ties into what I like, the yin yoga, the spiritual side, the psychological.
All of the elements.
All of it.
Before we even begin, how to place our body, how to plant our feet, how our hands make contact with the floor.
I said, well, it's not just about being flexible, it's, strength conditioning and focus and breath and all sorts of just things that make you a better person.
Really, what is transformational yoga? And it really is it's a journey, 6 months, and you change, everything changes, and she really kind of shakes up your whole life and way of living and way of looking at things in a really good way.
It really is the transformational piece. The fact that it brings in the whole of it, which I love. And I think one absolutely, supports the other and strengthens it.
What would you say differentiates this studio or training compared to other studios?
Definitely Michelle's knowledge of the human body.
It's very different than a lot of the teachers that I've ever practiced with in a great way. She's very raw, she's very real, and I appreciate that.
Yoga and Michelle's style kind of calmed down that ADD mind for me. That was my big transformation, and my focus was better and my energy.
She's clear, she has the knowledge, she makes the adjustment. She brings us where we need to be. That's the other thing. Everyone's at a different level no matter what part of the training you're in. And she provides an atmosphere where as little or as much as you want to do is okay.
For the last year, we've been doing this lecture series to the 500-hour group on anatomy and physiology.
The knowledge that I came in with was appreciated and respected, and my opinion was. I use a passive voice a lot, but the teachers here, Michelle and Leslie, asked my opinion on things.
Never had a bad class. I've taken Michelle's class, I've taken Lauren's class, and Leslie's class.
Some of Michelle's quote-unquote basic classes are some of the hardest ones you'll ever take, because she really puts that, hones in and uses that microscope to examine every aspect of the pose.
I like the teaching style because it's so much information, but it's presented in a way that you can digest it. And a little bit of humor helps too, to help you relax and think, oh my God, I can get through this, it'll be fine.
How to move your body in and out of alignment, how to recognize when not only in a pose, but even in life, when your body is out of alignment.
Genuine, she wants to be teaching you these things. She wants you to really obtain these tools that's going to help you be a successful teacher, be a successful student, and be a better person in life. and the fact that it really is like a whole body, whole life transformation, you know, from on the mat, off the mat, everything.
This is a place where you learn about your body and other people's bodies. And to be a good yoga teacher, you cannot just say, this is the right position, this is the only position, this is the only way it can be, because our bodies are put together differently.
This feeling of competence that I got here. Now, of course, the physical, we did a lot of yoga.
The fact that we get a lecture and then we actually do some of the physical poses and learn the different anatomy, whatever we're working on, the fact that it's both. So we sort of get the reinforcement with the physical piece as we get the lecture part as well.
When I see my patients and I see people move and I evaluate them, I can relate my inner experience to what they're experiencing.
And there are certain people who can't do things that other people can do. And so sometimes if you focus just on alignment, the kind of alignment that says you have to look like the person in the picture, you will end up with some very frustrated students. Michelle understands that, and she knows how far we can each go and gives us the freedom to go there.
I'm just grateful, absolutely grateful. It's been a wonderful experience between the classes, the workshops, and the YTT training to be a part of it. I don't even have enough words to say. Really, it's helped me so much in my life, and thank you so much.